Hello. Today I wanted to talk about a really great read and lady that you should get familiar with in case you haven't already. Um, this woman, Paula Bigone, I'm not sure if I'm saying her last name right, but she's also known as the Cosmetics Cop. And she's been around a long time. She's had some really great books, and she's been on a lot of talk shows, and I've seen her on TV quite a bit. And basically, she's famous for her books Don't Go to the Cosmetics Counter Without Me. So I don't know if you can see that. She's had quite a few editions come out. This was the 6th edition, the one that I have. I think she went up to 7, and then I think she stopped. She also had, and basically what it is it's all about cosmetics and skincare. And look how thick this sucker is. I mean, look at this thing. This is huge. This is like a phone book. And even though it's an old copy, I still have this. I still go to it from time to time, and I think that this lady's pretty great. The reason why I like her is because she's basically a person who just did investigating. She just went out, looked at every product out there available in makeup and in skincare, and really tested things out, really looked at the ingredients of everything, how it was made, and then, the marketing. What does this product promise? What were the results? All of that kind of stuff. And, she really does expose a lot of things in here that I think people really, should read. I think a lot of the makeup beauty industry for women is really misleading. And we fall for a lot of stuff. We fall for the marketing, we fall for the packaging and the scents and the colors and all that kind of good stuff. And I know I do too. I'm like a sucker for packaging. I love a cute package, but sometimes it's not practical. Perfect example, Urban Decay Primer Potion. Great product, actually. Poor packaging. But I love the little genie bottle, but poor packaging. It's like a waste of product. You can't even get all the product out of there. Anyway, she really breaks open a lot of myths and talks about, what really is true and what really isn't true. What is false out there. She rates like every makeup company, like everything that they have. Avon to Amway to MAC to Estee Lauder to Maybelline to CoverGirl. Everybody and anybody. Now, she goes through all their products. She rates their products. She tells you how expensive they are, what the costs are. And she also rates some very, very cheap drugstore brands very well. And some very, very high-end very poorly. So it's worth a read. It's worth a look. She also goes into a lot of detail about skincare in general, how the skin works, what's going to age you, what's not going to age you, how products are not going to fix that. And she really just, like I said, just gets into it. She does have a website. I'll put that in the sidebar. She does have a YouTube channel, but it's kind of okay. I would like to see a lot more stuff from her on there. She's got also a separate web page that if you subscribe to, you have to pay for it. If you subscribe to, you can actually it's almost kind of like having her book online, where you can look up things and find reviews on certain things. But I do highly recommend you giving her a go. Now, the only problem is, I would suggest like going to the library and seeing if they have it, if they have any old copies, or maybe buy an old copy off of eBay or something. The only problem with her books, though, is that they do outdate, because makeup and skincare products change constantly. They discontinue things, they come out with tons of new stuff, or they change the formulas and some of their, more popular things that they keep. So that's the only problem with her books, is that they are outdated. So I think that's why she finally gave up writing the books and started doing the website, so that she could always have the latest and greatest information. But I still recommend, even if you get an outdated copy, I still recommend you take a look through it, only because she has a lot of really great information. Some of you may not agree with some of her stuff, and some of you may. She also has her own product line, but she doesn't just toot off just to sell her products. She rates everything out there. And there are some good products out there that she does talk about. Hey, this is a really good product, whether it's a high end or a low end. I don't want to say high end, low end, but more expensive versus less expensive. High end store versus drugstore. So, I mean, there's good and bad in all realms of the product companies out there. And it's really interesting. She talks about everything, like just how many major companies own all the makeup companies, like, oh, who is it? Procter and Gamble, like they own like Maybelline and all these companies. And so it's really interesting. Like Estee Lauder, they own a bunch of companies, including MAC. Anyway, I'm totally rambling, but I just think that she's really good. She also, I think, had a hair book too on all the hair products. So I would have liked to have seen that one when it came out, but I know it's really old now. And but anyway, like I said, her YouTube channel, it's okay. It doesn't have a lot of stuff on there. Like I said, I don't think she really updates it enough or has enough information in there. But she does have a website, and if I was employed right now, I would subscribe to it, but I can't afford it. So, but I would advise you would. She's really good. She knows what she's talking about. She really, really does. And you don't have to spend a lot of money to, have great skin or have great products. And like I said, she really does bust a lot of myths out there. Kind of like eye cream. Eye cream is not needed. It's really not. Eye cream is just a fancy way of saying moisturizer without the SPF. They put it in a smaller bottle, jack up the price, and call it eye cream. She looks at the ingredients. She looks at everything. So, she talks about stuff like that. So, anyway, that's it. I will leave you with that. And don't go to the cosmetics counter without me. Check her out. Give it a go. Your eyes will be open. Take care.